Hello, hello, it's Emma D here as always, thinking thoughts about things with Miss Pika P and everyone else. How y'all doing? So, Miss Pika, recently you and I have been talking about like cultural stuff a bit, right? Like the cancel culture and the culture of the world and the present state of things and culturally inappropriate things that we're not supposed to talk about the things. So, like, you know, we already done boarded the train. Like, doot doot, let's go. We out. So we made a stop or two. Let's make another one, and then we can like make one of these playlist things that people do, and other people can think thoughts on our thoughts and stuff. So let's jump on that cultural appropriation train real quick, because I think there's some interesting stops to make along that path. It's like culture in and of itself is meant to be shared with everyone around the world, right? We all have things that we pick up from everything, like especially America. We're a melting pot here. We're just a mishmash, pish posh of everything, which is amazing because I am a fat kid. I love all the food. I like the Indian food and the Thai food and the Mexican food and the Hungarian food and German food and the food and the food and the food on a stick and the food on a fancy place. I love all the food, any kind of. So that's cool that like we have that, right? Because food is a huge part of culture, what people eat and how they express themselves via different spices. Because like spices has a cool like history of cultures sharing things and stuff, but like cultural appropriation, right? So let's get to that. So like the whole idea there is like people shouldn't prosper off of like stealing other people's cultures and then unduly financially gaining or exploiting said culture for something. Like how, a good example is like how like in Hollywood there seems to be like one group of people that get cast for like 99.9% of all parts, no matter what they're based on, or like that's that feels like appropriation of like every culture. Or wait, no, that's just the monetization of culture. Never mind, that's a different video. That's a different. We'll talk about monetizing people's cultures another time. Anyways, the appropriation of culture, like sharing in the expression of different cultural norms, beliefs, mores, all that, those fun words and things. So I got some really interesting thoughts on this. I don't know, you tell me. Maybe I'm not interesting at all. I'm probably not. But like, okay. So like I said, I was born in Hawaii on the Big Island, and then I grew up on Oahu. So I was what's known as a Haole. I'm a white girl. So I wasn't quite excited. That's like, if you don't know that word, it's a bit slurry. It's not a nice word. It was never used in a nice connotation ever. But so that's a thing. So that's where I got to grow up knowing I was an outsider. Like, that's fun. So I went to St. Anne's, Kaneohe. Shout out St. Anne's. Like I don't know, man. I grew up singing Hawaii Ponui every day, and like I can tell you everything there is to tell you about Pele and Kanaloa and Kane and all of the Hawaiian gods and spirituality, the link to the earth and the ocean, the mother goddess, the spirits, the elements, the thing. That's what I grew up like. That's my thing, right? Like, so later on when we start talking about religion and stuff, it might make sense that I'm like a polytheist and have some very mixed understandings of what gods are, because fundamentally I was brought into this world knowing that there were like a bunch of them, and that was just a fact to me. And then I got to the mainland and it was like, oh, everyone thinks there's just one guy. That's cool. Oh, this seems limiting. But sorry, tangent. But here's the thing, like that's my culture. That's they might not even have accepted me. Like, and that's not to say for everyone. There were amazing Hawaiian individuals, are amazing people. Like the world I grew up in, it was one such that, like at my school, they were all related to each other. As auntie, everyone's auntie, uncle. They all know each other. Everyone, family, somehow, sometime, except me. I don't know. Me and 6 other white kids over there. It was cool. We're good. We're tough spirited because of things like that. But regardless of that, it was still like foundationally my culture, right? Like I was taught to hula dance. We performed regularly. Like I was taught to sing and speak. I took Hawaiiana. I took that's my culture. It's what I know. It's what I knew for most of my life. That's yeah. Okay. So like when the whole like cultural appropriation thing started getting like way out of control, um, they started telling kids like what they could be for Halloween and whatnot, right? And like the Moana thing, like all the little girls, they was it's the Moana, and I was like, hell yeah, that movie was epic, and it explored some Hawaiian folklore and some things. That's awesome because I love that history and heritage is being shared with the world. That's epic. But then like like little white girls can't dress up as watching this little girl or that little girl, or like you can't do that because it's cultural appropriation. And I'm like, so this grown ass white girl over here is like, excuse you, because that's my culture. I'll dance to all it. What? I will do ummies all around you. Who are you talking to right now? Like what? That's I can't appropriate what is mine, can I? Is that a thing, or is it not mine because I don't get to identify that way? That's not, no, because that's like an ethnicity, right? Like I can't just like I don't have Hawaiian blood because I want to. But culturally, that's not the case. That's not how this is supposed to work. Because those were the cultural elements around me as a human being when I grew up. So like that's my culture. I can't appropriate. Now you're like out here dictating to other people what cultures they like can and cannot participate in, and then making assumptions about them. Like you look at me and you're like, you can't be Moana. Like how are you gonna tell me what I'm not appropriating a damn thing. You're appropriating my business, and you can see your way out of it. Who are you? What? Like, why we gotta be talking about? And then like, this is a weird concept to me too, because people getting all uppity about it, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's like 28 of us now. Y'all are crazy. Like we're growing. We're so many people boarding the train. Ooh, they want to think the crazy thoughts, but like, all right, so yeah. Some of you out there, like, do you have any Japanese followers out there? Like, do you guys get mad when people participate in like the heritage of the geisha and trying to honor that, or like? How about, my Mexican homies out there, like, you get mad if someone's rocking a serape or, like, a sombrero? Like, does that offend you? Like, how about my French people? Like, are you out here getting mad every time someone puts braids in their hair? Oh, all right, scratch that one. Sorry. Never mind. I didn't mean to go there. Yes. Never mind. But anyways, like, culture... It is Earth. Like we're humans, man. This is madness. Like, of course, it's not. I'm not supposed to do bad things to other people. Like, don't just like take their culture and then make fun of it. But that's ultimately the point, right? Also, too, like, don't like overly monetize it for your own self good, and don't make a mockery of it, but just don't make a mockery of people, though. Isn't that just like a standard don't be a dick rule? Is like, I mean, if you're gonna borrow from something, you honor it and you embrace the spirit of doing that thing that you're doing. And I don't know, I think culture is to be shared. Apparently we can just steal. I don't know, man. I think America's in trouble if everything's appropriation, because we're literally like, we're everybody, like all the people came here. Okay, so I mean, like, and like, what does it hurt? I don't know. Last point on that, but like back to the Hollywood thing, like so overly monetizing it, right? Like I can get behind you, kind of mad about that. Like I don't know why you had to take the chick off the butter or whatever. That one seems kind of weird to me, but okay, like whatever, if that makes someone happy in this world, I guess, sure, let's do that. But like, if you're not overly monetized, why you gotta be mad at like Jackie down the street because you don't like how she wants to do her hair? Like, damn, we have enough things to be worried about, like how another individual human being, right? Like, we're not monetizing, we're just out here living our lives, man. Like, I don't know. I have a dream catcher right there. Like, I mean, yeah, they're part of like 18 different cultures. But anyway, someone could be like, oh, you can't have that in your house because you didn't hearken from the people who made the dream catchers. Like, whatever. Whatever, okay? I I catch all the dreams. I have the dreams. I keep them. Some I throw away because that's bullshit. You don't need all the dreams. Like, sometimes they're nightmares and you just, not today, Satan. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think? Am I too into this or what? Because I think it's a real thing that we need to just be letting go a lot of how we feel about like each other on these things. Start thinking about like why it affects the grander scheme of what's going on. Think the thoughts about that, but like maybe think less thoughts about someone's clothing offending you. If it doesn't have like a swastika, like that's offensive, right? Like, yeah. But even that's got a weird history too, right? Because like the swastika was initially like a Tibetan symbol, and then it was stolen and bastardized like so many symbols. So now you guys ruined a symbol for like a whole group of people over here because that was a spiritual element to them. And there is some there's symmetry. There are things that symbol has a lot of meaning for many reasons, but it was just someone did talk about the flag symbolism. See how I don't like so I gotta watch all the videos because I'm just crazy. But the train, like it anyways, yeah, that's, I don't know, man. I feel like that's about enough of that. But if you think this is fun, you should come join us again sometime, like, subscribe, comment. Please, if nothing else, like, screw the subscribe, I don't even care. But if you comment, if you have any thoughts, if anything, if you're still watching after, like, almost 12 minutes, you had thoughts about something, even if it's like, this chick's crazy, please just voice your thoughts, because I think thoughts based on other people's thoughts, and, that's how we keep this crazy train a rocking and rolling. So, just think thoughts and share them a little bit, and, like, we'll continue the conversation another day. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe?